Hey everyone, E-Man here with RemoraLite.com. In this video, we're going to look at the Thinkorswim watch lists. Now there are two types of watch lists that you can create. If you use Thinkorswim, you can have the desktop application running and you'll be able to get live market data into your watch list. If you don't have Thinkorswim, you have the option to use the Microsoft Delayed Data watch list, which is about 15 minutes behind. Let's get going. First, we want to check the watch list options settings. I'm going to click this here on the Auto Update tab, and I'm going to ensure that in this drop-down box it says Thinkorswim Real-Time Data. I'm going to choose Save. So any watch list that you create when this is set to Thinkorswim will be a Thinkorswim watch list. Now I'm going to add a watch list. And let's call this one Swings. So this is one we're going to keep track of, and we're going to look for specific entry and exit points so that we can plan for the ideal entry point for our swings. It says, do you want to make this watch list default for your print lookups? We're going to choose yes. So here, let's go ahead and put in a ticker. I'm going to put in the SPY, and we can see that it gets the data from Thinkorswim. The current price of the SPY is $416.70. There's the trading volume for the day, and the SPY is up almost $10. We have the open, the high, the low, and the close. You have this books field here. If you watch the level 2, like the NASDAQ book viewer, you'll be able to see the market depth and see if there are large buyers and sellers on the book. And you can put those values in here. The purpose of the above column here is this is your target entry point. So if we're trading at 416.70, maybe I want to get in at 417.50. And then we can have a target, 420, 422.50, and 425. Now because we shouldn't have a bias on the stock because it can go either way, we need a bearish below. So let's say we were looking for a retracement trade. So let's say we're bearish below 415 with a target 412.50 and 410. Okay, that's great. Let's see how we can get more information on here. If you haven't watched the recent prints video, I suggest that you do that, and we'll pick some stocks here that we've already filtered. Here I've made a selection where I'm looking for some potential bullish trades. So right now, Boeing is positive on the day by 450, and it's above the prints. It's at 132.50, and we're above all of these recent prints. So I might be interested in Boeing, and I might be interested in Bank of America. So I'm going to hold down the Control key here. I'm going to scroll down and we'll find a couple more stocks. And there's BP and Coin and Cisco. So I'm going to hit the shortcut Control Shift and W, which will automatically add these to my watch list. Now remember when we created the watch list, it asked us if we wanted to make it the default for prints. And this is the reason. That when you actually hit the Control Shift and W on your recent prints, it knows which watch list to add it to. So here it's automatically added these to your watch list. So we can see our Boeing, Bank of America, BP, Coin, and Cisco. You can then enter your bullish above, bearish below targets and your dark pool there. We can add a title if we want. Say we wanted to do one called Financials. What happens is if you enter a value that's not a ticker, it then becomes a title. So you're able to segregate your stocks on your watch list to make it easier. So what about these dark pool columns? Well, you could actually enter manually prints there if you like, or we can have Remora do this for us. Let's go up to the Settings tab. Now the watch list settings has 3 sections. You can add a new watch list from here if you like, or you can go back to the Auto Update tab and add a new watch list. We have some watch list properties. We've got the general font size, the column title size, the section title size, and the bold tickers. So that's pretty much the layout at the top. If you wanted any of these fonts or sizes bigger, you would make this adjustment here. You can adjust the number of target columns, and in this watch list we have 6 bullish above, 10 bearish below, and 10 dark pool columns. If we want to adjust this, let's make it 7, 7, and 10. We'll choose OK. Because we're reducing the number of columns on one side, it gives you a warning that some data may be removed and it's not recoverable. We'll choose yes. Okay, so that looks a little bit better and it's even. We have 7 bullish above targets, 7 bearish below, and 10 dark pools. You can adjust these up to 10 for bullish above, 10 for bearish below, and up to 15 for dark pool prints. The watch list recent print setting is really important. We want to look for prints to populate up here in the dark pool columns for the last 10 trading days. You can set this back as far as you like, down from the latest, which is 1, or enter a manual number. We can have our total prints over. In this example, I'm using 400,000. So what this would do is any print cumulative at any given price totaling more than 400,000 is going to populate up here in these dark pool columns. You have this option that says add to the dark pool, which means that you want the results to be populated here, and the other option is overwrite the dark pool if not empty. This is important. Should you have entered any of these values manually, you wouldn't want to overwrite them, so you would untick this box. I'm going to choose OK. Let's go ahead and click Recent Prints. So here in 5 seconds, it's gotten all of the dark pool prints for the last 10 trading days for each ticker. It also tells us if we're bullish above or bearish below the actual dark pool print. So here the current SPY price is 416.70, and that means we're above all of these prints here because they're green. If we were below a print, for example, BP is above 30.75, but it's not above 32.68, which is a 440,000 print covering 2 trades. If BP was to cross 32.68, it would also become green. We have the ability to sort these prints by highlighting them like this and choosing Sort Selection. Now they're alphabetical, smallest to largest. You can also hover over the ticker and see the summary. So here, Boeing's earnings were April 26th. It tells you that it's the last 10 trading days for prints over 400,000, and it was updated May 29th. The ex-dividend date was February 13th, and we see the prints sorted highest to lowest with their corresponding values and the number of trades. If we look at something like the SPY, for example, you notice that there are more than 10 results returned. In the case where you have more prints than you do dark pool columns, it then takes the highest volume price level and takes those 10. So here we can see that there were actually more. So with an index like the SPY that's always getting prints and it's very heavy, you can also check here for that sort of information. We can also create a seasonality filter. So again, if you haven't watched the recent prints video, you'd like to do that. Let's go ahead and click Create Seasonality Filter. What this function does is it takes your entire watch list and creates a filter on the Recent Prints tab. Let's go ahead and call this Swings. And it says create a new seasonality profile, Swings. We'll go back to the Recent Prints tab and we'll hit our Control Y. Here we see that we actually have a new profile here called Swings. I can now filter for the items that I've put in there, and it shows that there are 6 results. This is a good way to segregate all of the recent prints by watch list. Let's see a completed watch list for Swings. I've got one here for my Insights from May 24th. This is a subscription service from Stephanie Kammerman's Stock Whisperer, and the website is darkpools.com. Here I have my indexes at the top, And then I've got a group of ETFs. I've got a group for technology, financials, oil, automotive, and stocks. The great thing about this service from the darkpools.com is that Stephanie Kammerman provides you about 60 swings a week and does all of the work and shows you her chart setups, the bullish above and bearish below, and provides all of the targets. So here we can see, for example, under financials, Citibank is above 51.25. They're trading at 53.65, and it's already hit 2 of her targets. We're already above all of the prints in the last 10 days. So as these actually cross these bullish above levels, then there might be good swing entries. Let's go back up to the top. Say we were looking at ETFs, and I don't like trading higher price stocks. What I'm going to do is I'm going to select the bullish above column like this for the group, and I'm going to choose sort selection. And because it does ascending, we actually see that wheat is the lowest price one, followed by CHIX, and it looks like the dollar is below its recent prints. After the markets open, this volume column or some of the price columns might be squished together. You can always click manual refresh, which will reformat the table. And also before, when we were creating our watch list and it asks us if we wanted to set a default, well, if you wanted to set a different watch list as a default, you can actually go to the watch list and choose set as default. It says Insights has been set as the active watch list for print lookups. We'll choose OK. The other function of this set as default is if you use the Control-T function for the print lookup and you want to add something directly from that form to your watch list, this is a good way to do it. Moving back to our swings watch list, say we had another ticker. Let's put JP Morgan in there. Instead of using the recent prints and updating everything, I could just right-click on JP Morgan and choose Get Recent Prints for Selected Ticker. If you've entered something and it believes that it's a title and it shouldn't be, you could actually right-click on it and choose Convert Text to Watch List Ticker. Good practice is to back up your watch lists. What I'm going to do is go back to the Auto Update tab, and I'm going to choose Watch List Options. I'm going to choose Export Watch List. This feature is used to export your watch list to a new file, which can later be used to import into a new version of Remora. Do you wish to continue? We'll choose Yes. And here, let's call it Swings. And we'll choose Save. It says, great, your watch lists have been saved to this file name. You can actually open that on your own as well if you like. Alright, that's it for this video. The next one will be the Microsoft watch list. See you in the next video.